Alright, so welcome back to my channel, Stop PPL Scams. This is the long version of my previous videos in regards to Ukraine.com, and it's gonna be a longer version, as I said, and more complete with more evidence and things that will convince you if you're using this site right now, and if you believe all the bullshit that they're telling you, then at the end of this video I hope that you are convinced that you're being scammed, that you're being misled, and that you're just being taken advantage of. So without further ado, we'll continue here on the next slide. So, looking for love in all the wrong places. This is what we do when we go to PPL sites, dating sites in general. Maybe we could I think we could generalize pretty safely that it's a 99% chance that you're getting scammed in any site, not just marriage agencies in Ukraine. You can get scammed with matchmakers, you can get scammed with Tinder and a lot other websites out there who promise that you'll get amazing results, when actually all they want is amazing results for themselves with the money they'll be making off of you. So this is what it is, a romance scam. So I'll tell you about my experience using this site and how I got scammed. Okay, so these are the topics we'll be covering about this site. So not only about Ukraine.com, but also about reputable sites or agencies, matchmakers. Then back to our main topic, which is about Ukraine.com and their pimp Dmitry Bereznyakov and his fake polygraph tests. He gives fake anti-scam interviews with other agency owners. He also knows how to set up his own anti-scam website or database to build credibility. So you go to antiarnax.com, .org, and you'll find his anti-scam website. We'll take a look at it after this. And also he has fake online reviews or no reviews at all, depending on which website you visit. Also, they promote paid models in order to attract interest to their site or service. And I also introduced to you the IG model test, in which you ask yourself, would this famous Instagram model date me? And the next topic is what are bait girls and how to spot them instantly. So we'll discover with this site, Ukraine.com, that you're no different than hiring escorts at that point. Okay, we studied their business model, the PPL or paper Skype scam, how they lure you into buying the matchmaking package, why these are fake gift deliveries, fake women and how to identify them, and red flags to look for. No interest in getting these bait girls or bait women a husband, but exploiting their profiles to the last cent. So that's in regards to the agency. They're not interested in getting you as a customer, a wife, unless it's the wife they want. So we'll take a look at that later in more detail. And then we go to the high translation. We'll study or compare why these translation prices are too expensive. Next up are fake testimonials, singles parties where they host leftover women, gold diggers, fake bait girls, and probably also escorts. They don't work in your best interests, and this is a fiduciary relationship gone wrong. They also have a horrible customer service, and also this should be later. Sorry, these slides should have been after the other ones we have here, but anyway, Ukrainians.com responds to my complaints, how to avoid getting scammed on dating, marriage agencies or sites, and perhaps most importantly, Kate the host, how they got me with this paid model. Her name is Kate Kostenko. She's a paid actress on their site, and we'll study, or I'll tell you how they changed her profile to appeal to the masses and make more money off of her. They also use spamming practices with this girl, and I presume with the rest of the women in their catalog. They also have they write letters with suspicious comments, and it makes you wonder a lot of things, but you're not sure. And also a key element is or the key element they use to convince you or lure you into the fake service is the fake Skype calls, as you can virtually have a Skype call with any girl on their catalog, and so it makes it more believable. So very sophisticated scam in compared to other websites like ladadate.com, in which they only have fake video chat. Next up is still with the topic of Kate. She shows fake love, fake interest in you. She made a comment to me about a trip to Istanbul, so we'll cover that later on. Also, she made suggestions to me to meet in Istanbul after we had about 5 months of correspondence. So you will see how they actually seem so convincing that you think what's going on is real, but it's obviously just a total scam. So I'll show you the picture she sent me where she was at the French embassy, which she didn't even realize that she was pretty much giving away her relationship status, or she was gonna be uncovered as a total liar. So also how she uses friends and family to build credibility to victims, and also about the matchmaking package scam, which would be also included within the business model scam of Ukraine agency. So let's keep going. Okay, so we'll start the presentation and about reputable sites or agencies. Well, you don't have to trust any agency or marriage agency. You have to do your own homework and draw your own conclusions. So these are some of the known scam sites that you may find. online. Just typing in Ukrainian brides or mail order brides from Ukraine or Russia, and you'll be shown some of these scam agencies or dating sites. And right on the background, I actually placed a cesspool, which is what totally represents what these agencies are all about. AnastasiaDate.com, TopLove.com, Victoria Brides, Victoria Hearts, Victoria Club. There's also UA Dreams, Charm Date, A Lot of Date, Be Happy Today, USSR, Star, Golden Bride, Best Matchmaking. I also placed Heart Rocket, as well as there have been some allegations, although there's like a disparity in opinions about some agencies like this one, and also Step2Love.com, which is very scammy. They have fake profiles, fake chats. They use a lot of sexual chats, chat invitations. So, I mean, this is just a pure cesspool, and you're actually, when you're signing up for these agencies or dating sites, you're exposing yourself to all these scams and just pretty much wasting your money. So you gotta be very careful. Next. Okay, so this is my friend Mila. She's Ukrainian, and I'll show you the recording of the conversation in which she tells me a lot of valuable information about marriage agencies in Ukraine. Okay, so here it goes.
All agencies, all of them, in my country, I'm talking about my country, I don't know about other countries, they run exactly the same business. It means they have this fake correspondence, all of them, no exceptions. They have this fake chat. When girls, they don't talk on chat. They have interpreters who text and make money. All these present flower deliveries, it's all bullshit. They give them some money, take fake pictures, and that's it. It's all based and built on lies initially.
It's like switch and bait.
You cannot say this Anastasia agency is good and Elena Models is bad. You cannot say they are absolutely the same.
Yeah, so
they have data of girls and they all exchange. So you can find one girl in 100 agencies of Ukraine, and she doesn't even know about it. And the bigger data they have, the more money they make.
the bigger what?
Data. I mean, the more girls they have in the agency, the more money they make.
More profiles, more money.
Yes.
Yes, because I also was reading some of Elena from Elena's Models blogs, and she was talking a lot of crap about the other agencies. But when I see her monthly subscription, it's like $300, or I don't know. It was really expensive when I checked. So it's not cheap anyway. There's some.
They are all the same.
And
There is no difference.
And it's the same, like email correspondence and stuff, and
Everything, yeah, everywhere is the same.
yeah.
Okay, so there you have it, and this actually was Mila's take on Ukraine.com. When I asked her, I was deep into corresponding with this girl from this scam agency, and I was telling her that it was Kharkiv based, as you can see here, because she also lived in Kharkiv. So there she tells me, I have heard they're all pretty much the same, all about scam. So she knew this agency, and she, at the moment, she tried to warn me, but unfortunately I was like I was telling you, I was deep into my correspondence and Skype calls that I just couldn't believe they were actually pulling another one on me again. So let's go to the next one. Okay.
I can give you advice.
Mm-hmm.
Don't waste your time and money on these agencies. If you like someone from the agency already, and you already wasted some time and money, ask for her contact information and talk to her directly, so you can see her, because they even have email.
Mm-hmm.
Interpreters have access to those girls' emails. So if you don't see who write you, there is no 100% that you talk to that girl. Interpreter can be talking instead of that girl, even via email.
Right. So yeah.
So what I recommend you, if you have someone you like very, very much, and you don't want to give up on her, ask for her contact information. If she doesn't give it to you, it's already a red flag. Say goodbye. Because girl, if she's interested in you, she will give you her contact information. But not email address, please. Viber, WhatsApp, so you can see her.
Mm-hmm. And hear her voice.
You can call her anytime and see her. Otherwise, I wouldn't trust.
Okay guys, so there you have it. Advice, expert advice from someone who knows what happens in Ukraine, and especially with these scamming agencies all over the place. So next up is their 6-step process for building credibility. And number 1 is always talk shit about other agencies. Number 2, give anti-scam advice mixed with your bullshit to promote your own agency. 3, collaborate in interviews with other agency owners. 4, open your own anti-scam website. 5, open a YouTube channel also talking about romance scams, and be sure to include a polygraph test to further deceive your audience. And last but not least, offer the option to Skype our ladies to get to know them and to get clients hooked and even more convinced that the actresses are legit. Okay, so there's pimp Dmitry Bereznyakov and his we'll show you his fake polygraph test here. So there's the guy, and here he is taking this fake lie detector test. You can find this bullshit video on their YouTube channel. In both channels, I think it's one in French for their French audience, for their French victims, I should say, and the other one is for English-speaking audiences. So this is their 6-step process to build credibility. You have to give anti-scam interviews with other agencies. What's a better way to promote your own agency when you just throw shit at others and call them the scammers? So they call them the scammers while they're you're already in the know that they are scammers as well. So here's this charlatan Bresniakov along with match guarantee owner. They were both interviewing this scammer, I think from Africa, and she was hired by one of the big agencies. I don't know if it was Anastasia Date, probably it was, or Dream Singles, but she reveals the dirty tricks and the dirty tactics that these scammers use to convince people and to get them hooked on their fake service. Also, how to set up your own anti-scam, or no, just setting up your own anti-scam website or database to build credibility. So they say they have the largest scammer database available, but guess what? Almost all PPL sites have an anti-scam policy, and some also have an anti-scam channel on YouTube and a website as well. So this is the case with Anastasia Date. They have a YouTube channel about scams, but it's pretty much just a basic anti-scam stuff in which they tell their customers not to send any money to the women, and tell them if they're asking, or they tell their customers to report any woman who is asking for money within their platform. But that's really not the problem with these sites, because they're the ones scamming people. The scams, the websites, and the agencies are the ones scamming the guys directly, so they don't have to worry about women in particular. You can throw in 1,000 scammers in your large database or your anti-scam website, and it's not gonna make any difference, because you yourself, the agency, are the scammer. So they can remove all the profiles today, and they will have new profiles tomorrow with different women with which they can pull off the same scam to other guys, so, or even the same guy. So here you have it. This is the anti-arnaques. This guy was much younger, as you can see here, when I believe he started this whole ruse. And here you can enter their names, surnames, email address, phone address, and everything. And you can find really hot girls within that database, but this bastard should include his own fake women as well. So next is open your own YouTube channel and funnel in new customers. So here's the YouTube channel I was telling you about, Ukraine.com. You can easily find it there. And there you have some of the videos that they're uploading frequently. So there you have it. Okay, so the last step is to offer the option to Skype the ladies and get them hooked or convinced that the actresses or brides are legit. So here we have it. I'm on the scam website right now, and as you can see, there's this option to Skype the lady in question, and so you can schedule a call which will be arranged by the agency staff, and here you would be setting up the time and date, but each call will cost you about 60 euros if I'm not mistaken, but it'll be a paid or an act by the lady to talk to you, because they're actually not interested in talking to any foreigners, at least the majority of them, and the bait girls will not be interested. And we'll go back to our presentation. 1 second. So, fake online reviews or no reviews at all. And in this case, I left my review on Ukraine.com in SiteJabber, and what I got was that the review was hidden, even though I gave it 1 star, because you cannot leave 0 stars in this review site. Unfortunately, there's no way to do that. They can only give you the option to rate it 1 stars if you're dissatisfied. And also Trustpilot, I didn't find any, if I'm not mistaken, I didn't find any reviews at all. So these are other websites or review sites where you can find information on scams and things of the sort. So it's a little bit shady that they don't have any of this. So there you can see it. It says zero reviews when I had already entered my own experience or testimonial on the site. So here you read, Ukraine.com does not yet have any reviews, which is a lie. Here you see the screenshot that I showed you before of my Viber account, and I uploaded this as well as one of the proofs that I had about the agency. So next up, how they promote paid models in order to attract interest to their site or service, also known as bait girls. So here you have them, girls from laddaday.com, from goldenbride.net, from steptolove.com, many others. Well, basically there's a large percentage of these websites that share the same databases of girls, and it's all a scam. They're very young, either very young beautiful women, or they're super hot 35-year-olds, 33, 34-year-olds, such as this one. This girl is from Laddaday, where I saw her first. This one also, the first picture here, also in Laddaday. The second is a notorious scammer, Juliana from St. Petersburg. She's a photographer. So as you can see, she posts her own sexy pictures there. No bra, like a wet t-shirt and everything. And this other woman who's a huge slut from Latter Date as well. Yeah, Bride Forever. This one, she's called, her name is Anna. Also, this one from Latter Date. Be Happy Today as well. This one in the middle, dressing green. And there's a bunch of inconsistencies in their profiles. If you go from one website to another, you'll find that even their cities are not correct. So this is the bait girl scam. So these are more examples and how they are used in practically every marriage dating agency in Ukraine. So you see they're all hot, they're all in shape. Basically women who are knockouts and will unlikely be still be single. Women who usually get bombarded by men every single day in their local towns and wherever they post profiles, they get tons and tons of admiration from simps and men in general, sugar daddies as well. So that's the bill of sales that they sell you. This one is Jump for Love, j4l.com. Another site accused of scamming people. I've never actually paid them anything or used it, but there's a lot of guys inside Jabber reporting it. So next up, how they promote paid models in order to attract interest to their site or service. So in this case, this is a very similar topic, but you can see here, this is one of the ladies, the models they have in their catalog in Ukraine.com. You can see other women who are older, 50-year-old, 44-year-old, and this girl Anna, I think if we go to her profile, it won't say that she's a model. And on the 1 to 10 scale, maybe she's I would give her a 6.5 or 7, something like that, because even though she looks really good in this photo, once you get to see the other photos she has, she's not that beautiful as if we compare her to other girls who are much more beautiful than her, like the ones I show you here. And also you see girls like this one, Marina, 20 years old, Daria. I mean, they're just basically models, but this one in particular, she's a model. I saw her. I'm on another website which is more legit, we could say. It's a more honest website in which you can buy the contacts directly. You don't need to go through all these correspondence bullshit. You don't have to even pay for a Skype call or anything. It's either she accepts your invitation or request for contact details, or she doesn't. So that's pretty much it in regards to pay models. Alright, so basically in this other marriage agency, it does say that she's a model by profession, because here it says, I think it says that she's like a networking or something like that, or salesperson. But moving on, next slide is ask yourself, would an Instamodel like this one date me through social media, or in any case if I meet her in person? So if you take a look at her, she has more than 600,000 followers here. She's a very beautiful Venezuelan model. It says here fashion model. Her name is Evelyn, and it says she's an industrial engineer. So other than beautiful, she also has brains apparently. So it's she's not just your average beautiful model on Instagram. So you really have to assess your SMV, or sexual marketplace value, and see if you're fit to even go out on a date with one of these girls, because that's what these marriage agencies are wanting men to believe. You know, not just men in general, but older men, old men. Doesn't matter if you're balding, if you're fat, if you're 70 or 75 years old. So you will see on many of these paper letter websites that they state on their profiles that they will accept a man like a partner's age from 30 to 60 years old, or even they might say from 25 to 80 years old. And it's just simply ridiculous, because no 20-year-old is gonna want a man her dad's age, or even a man her grandfather's age. So this is the reality. And here we see more pictures, and you see women like this posting every day. Like, it's pretty much their job to maintain these profiles with activity and new updates. You'll see that they're always dressed to the nines, like this girl with some jewelry here, or with a nice dress, pictures inside her car and stuff like that. And you'll see many of these Ukrainian and Russian models do exactly the same, and have exactly the same large followings. Perhaps not this amount, like in the hundreds of thousands, but even if they have like 10,000 up, it's a good indication that you'll have a hard time attracting these women if you're not rich or have something else going on in your life. So my best advice is to just move on if you ever find a woman like this, because you will just be wasting your time, and you will probably just attract a prostitute who will only be interested in your money and nothing else. So you really have to learn how to identify the right women for you. So on the previous videos that I uploaded, you can see another great example of Instamodels, or Russian models there. Very beautiful, perhaps even more beautiful than this girl right here. but with around 30 to 40,000 followers there. Okay, so just to wrap it up, let's go to the last slide of this first part of the presentation. So, question: what's the difference between hiring an escort and paying to your green.com? So I'll just give you 2 seconds to answer that. So yeah, actually there's no difference at all, with the exception that you will just end up with blue balls with Ukraine.com as opposed to directly hiring an escort. In this case, I downloaded a photo from an escort site from Russia or Ukraine, I don't remember, but there's this beautiful model, this prostitute here offering her services. As you can see, she has a smoking hot body, you know, very slim girl, blonde hair, nice legs, nice buttocks, everything in place. And if I'm not mistaken, her services were about $75 to $100 for 1 hour. So, I mean, you get with Ukraine.com, you get that for, you get a Skype call for that price, like $75, between $60 and $75. I don't remember, but it's around that price range. And you get to talk on Skype, via Skype, with this woman right here, or any other woman in their catalog, and you will end up with nothing. No, you'll end up with wood. And you know, as you can see, there's literally not much difference between the two. They're both thoughts, both sluts, you know, showing off their bodies here in a mirror, taking a photo there. And basically, you should be able to identify them. In my case, I got carried away with the correspondence and everything, and after a few months, she sent to me pictures like this one here at the gym. But as we will see later on in my next videos, you'll see that she's a show-off. She likes to take pictures just like this prostitute girl, or escort girl, for a better term. Very similar in style, so I mean, you have to use your best judgment, and don't choose to communicate with women who like to show off their bodies in their profiles and stuff like that. Just stop it with the models, and you'll be safe. So that's it for this video, and I'll see you on the next one, on part 2.